reality is that we didn't have any 30s last week, so it was kind of nice to see that again yesterday. Weather from your window, everybody. Sun's coming up in New Bedford right now. It's a brilliant, beautiful start, and no doubt you're going to want some sunglasses on, but I am going to suggest some extra layers. I've got about 12 in the greater Boston area, but some of you are back at 0 this morning, so it's a pretty chilly start that I think will require a little bit more than just a jacket if you're waiting outside for the bus. Do stick with that heavier jacket. We've got highs around 32, which again is going to be similar to yesterday, maybe better than last week, but these temperatures are still below average. Low and mid 30s, plenty of sun and nice light winds today. Tonight will topple back into the teens, and that's how you wake up tomorrow morning. And tomorrow's highs in the lower 30s come with a mix of sun and some scattered clouds. Now, most of you will be dry tomorrow. You're going to see overnight tonight and tomorrow maybe a couple spots of white on the screen here, and that's where we have the chance for a passing flurry. I'd say best chance to me looks like northeastern Massachusetts or into New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine, especially in the mountains. I'm not going to give you a snow map for tomorrow. Just understand you might see a couple of flurries from time to time tonight or tomorrow before we clear out. So other than some flurries tomorrow, we're going to be looking at Friday night into Saturday, the chance for our next widespread snow, though it doesn't look like a ton, followed by a frigid weekend. This is an example of some of the numbers that our tools are showing us this morning. These are not set in stone, but you can see an inch or two, really not a big deal. Again, numbers might fluctuate a little bit. I show you them now, even though it's really early, to stress that this isn't a huge storm that's going to be coming in. We do have some fresh snow Saturday. I'd say bigger story over the weekend is the fact that it's windy and extremely cold, as in wind chills will be below 0 the entire weekend, not just in the mornings, but in the afternoons. Sky right now, it's clear. It's freezing. You can see the Charles is still like covered in ice and snow. 20 degrees is the temperature now, but it feels like 9 because there is a little bit of wind. And Boston is a hot spot at 20 degrees. A lot of you are in the singles and the teens right now. Afternoon highs should kind of even out and land in the low and the mid 30s. Sunny, calm, looking good, and honestly feeling a lot like yesterday, which was the warmest day in over a week. Overnight tonight, of course, cold again with lows in the teens. We'll roll back into the lower 30s tomorrow, but this time we're going to toss in a couple scattered clouds, and we might even see a little bit of a flurry either late tonight or during the day tomorrow. There's not a lot to break down for you here. I would say northeastern Mass into New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. Best chance for getting a little snow, especially in the mountains. There's not enough to give you a snow map. It's just essentially the chance for a little flurry and maybe a dusting in 1 or 2 spots. After that, Friday night into Saturday is going to be the next best chance for anything widespread, and I do want to put that on your radar. 2 different computer models, the American GFS model and the European model, neither of them showing like the purples and the pinks, which would indicate very heavy snow. This is basically an inch or so. The European model is a couple of inches of snow. So we're still ironing out those totals. Keep in mind, Friday itself looks fine. Even your Friday night plans probably still dry. It's as we head into Saturday that we've got that risk for some snow. You're going to see low pressure actually strengthens offshore, but it looks like most of that snow and precipitation will miss us. Now, it is a question how long that snow lingers into Saturday. That's something that we're working on. It's a little too early for that detail, but it gets really cold and windy after that.